of liberty into order. Now that the prisoner has been brought to the bar, Mr. Prosecutor.
Yes, sir.
Let us hear the charges against this accused.
I'll be pleased to, sir. You, Frederick Lord North, are hereby charged with willfully committing high treason against the British Constitution through a series of taxations and other hateful acts highly destructive to the rights and liberties of His Majesty's freeborn American subjects.
Well, you move that scoundrel over there a minute. I'm the Chief Justice. I'm going to love every minute of this. Lord North, you have heard the charges laid against you. How do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
I say guilty.
Me how I, Lord Frederick North, would plead to these charges?
Aye.
I'm not guilty!
Pox on you!
Very well. The guilty didn't say it enough.
That's right.
Having heard the accused plead not guilty, how shall you be tried?
How will I be tried?
How will you be tried?
By king and country.
I see. Well, the accused having asked for a jury trial, I shall say this. We shall all form a special jury of freeholders and the king's freeborn subjects amongst us.
What? These gray unwashed? These bumpkins?
See?
You try me.
Do you, Frederick Lord North, object to these people?
Well, of course I do. I pleaded to be tried by king and country. I
We are the country.
I understand. He wants the trial of his peers. Well, I shall say that any person standing here, man, woman, or child, is easily your peer and even your superior. Your objection is overruled.
You would send this boy to prosecute me? This David out to prosecute the Goliath, Lord Frederick North?
Yes, scoundrel, I mean, the accused does bring up a good point of order. We have no attorney to prosecute the case. Who's? Creech. Why, I think that's an excellent idea that's quite spontaneous. Mr. Creech,
Yes?
would you be so kind as to prosecute the action against the accused in his charge of treason?
Come on, Creech.
Drunk enough.
There's no end to this. Another boy.
Although I must tell you, sir, I'm not an attorney by trade. That's all right. I'm not a justice of the peace. Very well. And besides, wouldn't you think that his accused crimes against us are easy enough to point out for an attorney or a common man or anyone?
Aye. We can all see it.
Yes. Well, then let us proceed, if you please.
Well, very well. No, friends, I am not an attorney by trade, but if you'll allow me, I, Mr. Creech, will give you an attorney the likes of which you have never seen!
That's the loudest cheer I've heard for an attorney in a while.
Very well. Here, hold my hat, sir.
Now he's getting a little lather now.
You, sir!
Me, sir?
No, the man in front of you. You are a British subject, are you not?
Yes.
Starting simply. Well, we are all British subjects, are we not? And as British subjects, are we not guaranteed certain rights? Rights which are guaranteed to us by our British Constitution. Rights which this man, scoundrel, has denied us.
Enough.
Time and time again, you smelly cotton
Tell the truth, brother. Tell the truth.
These so-called coercive acts that they have passed. Hiss. Well, we have a new name for them, do we not? We call them intolerable.
True.
This Boston Port Act, whereby our kind Chief Minister and our kind Parliament has chosen to close the Port of Boston. An entire port, an entire city's commerce is done with because of the actions of a few men.
True.
Does this sound like a kind, amiable Chief Minister?
No.
And what about this Quartering Act, whereby we are all obliged?
What about it?
Oh, yes, I will tell you about it. We are obliged, sir, to house any passing soldiers that happen by our home. We are obliged to house them, to feed them from our own pockets, from our own larders. Is this fair?
No.
And need I mention, friends, this small act I'm sure you all remember, the tea tax.
You are against hospitality.
What? Thus ends my opening arguments.
Oh.
Well argued, Mr. Prosecutor.
Oh. Where can I begin?
The question is, when will it end?
Aye, sir.
Well, I suppose what we have here is a misunderstanding. It's all a terrible
Oh, now he goes back on it, does he?
misunderstanding. Yeah.
It is not. No, it's not,
No,
you
it's not.
lapdog. You've been sending petitions for 10 years.
True enough.
What would you say if I, President Lord North, you may call me Lord President North, would say that I am sorry.
Oh, too late now. Boo.
You would have us take an apology? Well, then let us just have every criminal who's ever been tried for every crime, murder, arson, rape, treason, petty larceny, anything you like. We'll just say they can apologize, and that'll be the end of it.
No.
About like the government. Oh, no.
You would have us think that that does not affect us up north in Massachusetts Bay? What's happened there doesn't have anything to do with us?
Look, those New Englanders, those Bostonians, they ought to be treated harshly. It has nothing to do with you. The Boston Port Act is for Boston. The Massachusetts Government Act is for Massachusetts. It's not anything to do with you, Virginians.
It is to do with us, sir. Are we to turn a blind eye?
No.
What? Are we to turn a blind eye to our brothers in the north when their entire port is closed?
No.
I ask you, friends, what if the gaze of Parliament turns its evil eyes towards our port?
All right.
Are we to turn a blind eye then? Nay. No, friend, sir, Frederick, Lord North, I say what happens to our brothers in the north, our brothers in Boston, is our affair. For an attack on one American's liberty is an attack on all American liberties!
You Americans are mountains of mad flesh.
And your objection is overruled regardless.
All right. All right, that's justice of the peace.
Mr. Prosecutor, have you anything else to put forth?
Do you wish to add anything, sir?
You can speak on my behalf.
I will speak on his behalf,
Very good.
and I will say that, the prosecution rests.
Now, Lord North, in recognition of the fact that Parliament may ignore the law, Virginians do not.
Aye.
You have been accused of a crime. You have heard the evidences against you. You are now permitted to make your defense, as we must prove the case before we punish you.
I refer you to my earlier remarks. It was all a misunderstanding. And besides, don't you have a sense of humor?
Oh.
Not for tyranny.
I say we put the jury to work.
But
Let the jury make the decision.
Doesn't it cover?
Disgusting.
I'm sorry. I'm most
Politics.
heartily sorry.
I'm sorry.
So I take it your defense is, I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
And I don't believe you.
I don't either, sir.
But
That means you're
this
guilty.
wretch would have us believe that we would sacrifice tea for our rights. Mr. Creech, does that sound reasonable to you at all? Nay, sir, nay. This man, this wretch, as you call him, not my words, yours. That was a slip. I meant to be thoroughly impartial. Sometimes when you slip up, you actually speak the truth. That's not true. In
Peter Beartown.
Yes, Vox Populi. I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. No, this man would have us trade our rights as Esau for a mess of pottage.
Aye.
No, yes, we love our tea, but we love our rights more.
I love Esau! Esau! We need more Esau's.
Sorry,
If you do
You
more
look like a likely young man. Hold that up there.
words from the
It
Bible.
says no excise, which means no
I
tax.
think
You
you'd
can
be a better
rest it
person
on the
for
ground.
it. Well,
Just hold
the
it right
defense
there.
has been heard. Haircut. This case is to be figured just now.
A point of order, sir.
Yes.
Point of
A
order.
point of order.
Might I have the words of the charge against me? I feel the need to go to the necessary.
No, I believe you'll have an opportunity to soil yourself in a little while.
All right, then.
Now, we have heard the charges against him in regards to his crimes against Virginia,
Aye.
Pacific, and America in general. We have heard the evidences laid out against him and his defense of them. I ask you, members of this jury of liberty, in the case against Lord North for treason and violation of the British Constitution, how do you find? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm sorry, I did not hear it. I did not hear it. All right, I heard you now.
Unanimous, sir.
Unanimous indeed. Frederick Lord North, having been tried and hearing the evidences against you, and very reasonably and maturely deliberated amongst the jury, you have been found guilty of all laid at your feet. Well, it is the order of this court of liberty that you shall be taken from here to the place of execution, which is remarkably convenient, right across the street, where you shall be tried by
He already tried him.
by your neck until you are dead. Let's go!
Come on, you old dog, and take your medicine.
Come on!